So everything was going really well. We'd got 2 vans on the road. The wife was out in her van, I was out in my van, and I'd got a couple of lads working with me. So one was doing 2 days a week, one was doing 3 days a week. So I was full time in my van, and we were picking up loads and loads of work, and the business was really growing. And then we hit a bit of a speed bump in the road. It was more of a roadblock than a speed bump. Back in 2007, just about 14 years ago today, I started window cleaning for the very first time in this van. And I was just thinking back and thinking how it had changed my life and the things that have happened over the past 14 years. So I thought I'd take you out with me today, and we'll go and get a bit of window cleaning done and see how things have changed over the last 14 years. So let's start a little bit further back to set the scene. It's the summer of 2006, and I'm working as a site manager for a civil engineering company. It's quite dangerous work, some of it, and I'm getting really stressed. So I happened to be chatting to Steve Jones from Exceed Innovations, who was a mate of mine before I started window cleaning, and he suggested giving window cleaning a go. So I ummed and ahed and thought about it, but the thought went to the back of my mind. So throughout 2006 I carried on working for the civil engineering company, and the stress was getting more and more until beginning of the spring 2007. I thought things had got to change, so I went back to Steve to see what I needed to do to get cracking. Now you've got to realise, back in 2007 there wasn't as many companies selling window cleaning equipment as there is now. So Steve said to me, build up your own system and it won't cost too much. And I actually started, I didn't have a nice fancy high mod pole like I've got now. I actually started with an 18-foot aluminium decorators pole from B&Q that I fixed a brush onto the end myself. So at the end of June 2007, I went to my boss and I handed in my month's notice. But I didn't just leave it there. Straight away, myself and my wife, who had decided we were going to go into as a business partnership, we went canvassing before I'd even finished my last job. And we canvassed through the whole of July. And I actually had 50 customers before I'd actually finished the job I was doing. So we got 50 customers and a little bit of savings, but that wasn't going to keep us going for long. So we decided my wife would carry on working with the job she'd got, which was handing out samples in the supermarkets, and I would canvass with the window cleaning, but it wasn't coming in quick enough. So I took any work I could get to start with. I even went and did some of the sampling work with my wife. The first one was for a cheese festival, and I ended up making tappers up and handing out samples for cheese. So when you first start off, you've just got to do anything you can to earn that money. So after a short time and a lot of hard work, the customer base did start to grow, and my wife was able to cut down the amount of work she was doing for the supermarkets. So she'd be coming out with me more and more, and we'd be working on a street. I would be cleaning the windows and she'd be canvassing the rest of the street, and then I'd clean the houses as soon as she got the customers. That way we were able to build our clients up all in an area together. So that worked really well, and it didn't take us long to start building up a really good client base. So the wife and myself carried on working together for about 3 years full time, and it was going really well, but we were spending every minute of every day together, and it just wasn't healthy. We found ourselves bickering more and more. So at that point we decided to get a second van. I'd have this van, and then the wife would go out in a second van and would split the round up. So everything was going really well. We'd got 2 vans on the road. The wife was out in her van, I was out in my van, and I'd got a couple of lads working with me. So one was doing 2 days a week, one was doing 3 days a week. So I was full time in my van, and we were picking up loads and loads of work, and the business was really growing. And then we hit a bit of a speed bump in the road. It was more of a roadblock than a speed bump. In autumn of 2016, the wife found a lump, and soon after she was diagnosed with cancer. So she stopped working then. She kept working till about a month before she had her surgery, which was in the December. I let the 2 lads go and sold a load of my work, and I think it was only because I was window cleaning that I was able to do that and really give her the support that she needed. So she had surgery in the December, she had chemotherapy starting about the April, which went on for 6 months, and then she had radiotherapy, which was 6 weeks of going to the hospital every single day for treatment, and it was absolutely exhausting. This left her feeling really down, really depressed, and with very, very severe fatigue. And it was, makes you pull your socks up. You think you're doing great with the business, but it's not until you start looking at things that you realise what is important. So in all fairness though, she did do really well. She went through the surgery well. She didn't complain at all during the chemo. Even though she lost her hair and everything, she did really, really well. She hasn't come back to work since, because it also brought on severe mental health problems for her and very severe depression. So nowadays I don't work as much as I used to. I kept my round quite small, and that way I'm now registered as a carer, so I'm able to look after her as well. But it's only because I've been doing window cleaning that I've been able to do that. So yeah, that came as a bit of a shock to the system, but we got over it and carried on with the business and carried on doing all right. So we've slowly built the business up a bit more, and things have changed a bit of the way I'm doing things at the moment. So nearly 5 years on now, and my wife's remained free from cancer, fortunately. She still fights a battle every day with depression, which isn't nice. It's not nice for anybody, and you know, depression is really hard. They say it's the unseen illness, and it really is. But she's getting there slowly. It takes a long time, but she is getting there with the help she needs. I've called this video "Window Cleaning Changed My Life," and to be honest, it really has. I haven't just become a window cleaner. Over the past 14 years, I've become a window cleaner, I've become a plumber, I've become an electrician, I've become a marketing manager, I've become a personnel manager, I've done promotions, advertising, social media, accountants. But that's not the only way that window cleaning has changed my life. I have met some absolutely fantastic people, and you know, some amazing customers that treat you like the family, really. But not only that, I have met some really good friends, and that's only through being a window cleaner. I don't think I'd have met them otherwise, but through becoming a window cleaner, I've met these people, and I just want to say thank you to them, because they have kept me going the whole time that the wife and myself have gone through problems. Without being a window cleaner, I would have never met those people. Without being a window cleaner, I could have, you know, you can work as much as you want as a window cleaner. You can be really busy and work every minute of the day, or you can work part-time and look after your family. So you just have to work out what's best for you. It's an amazing job. I think it must be the best job in the world, and I've really enjoyed the last 14 years of it. So what's going to happen over the next 14 years? Who knows? Time and unforeseen circumstances before us all, so just have to wait and see what happens over the next few years. Just keep watching, wait and see.